Hello and welcome to the anmnetwork. My name is Andrew. This is Michael. We're in a new get-up, new location, new location. I'd like to say it was worth a lot of money, but we just moved to a different room. So
was still worth a lot of money.
Still worth a lot of money. We just moved to a different room. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get into week 1 of the NBA. It started. It's finally here. There's already been a week of storylines, a week of drama, crazy games. That Utah game against
just the
Golden
scoring
State.
in general.
The scoring. There's been no defense.
Yeah, it's been so good.
We had Spitgate. We had
CP3's my boy, and now I got to roll with Rondo because he's with LeBron.
Yeah, but listen. If you guys have watched videos, you know I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, and we all hate Rondo for what he did for us when he was on our team. But I already knew he was a crappy guy. But then also, Rondo, CP3 he's that same person, and they just go to each other. That's it. That's just fireworks.
This is the second time I've heard about Chris Paul getting called a bad teammate. There was this incident last year, or can't remember when, but yeah, second time. So that's interesting. Head of the players' union.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, should it? He should be like the ultimate teammate if he's going to be head of the players' union.
Yeah, you'd think so. So I'd love to hear... Oh, Baron Davis came out. Not Baron Davis, Glenn Davis.
That's a
big difference. Big difference. Glenn Baby Davis came out and
baby.
said on his Instagram that has 0 posts, he commented on someone's photo saying worst teammate ever or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty full on.
Big baby.
Happened today.
He's been
throwing shade.
He was a teammate with Rondo in the Celtics.
Yeah, and Chris Paul.
So
at Clippers.
So he'd know.
Yeah, he definitely knows. That's why he's gone jumping on Rondo's side. So it's interesting.
But he did win a premiership. He did win a championship with Rondo. That might ease any kind of bad teammate things with him.
My initial thoughts on Brandon Ingram coming in from behind was pretty bad. But I like guys that ride with their teammates.
Listen, I agree with you. I think do you know what? He didn't need to come in there and punch him.
Yeah. He
should have come in and pushed him. I think that's okay.
Well, a punch for him is like a push. So
with these boys, listen. I'm not going to talk, but he's definitely need his weight room a bit more. But he didn't even hit him. He went to punch and hit the back of someone.
He just had a bit of a swing and whatever, and that's it. But yeah, you got to respect looking out for his teammate. I think Steven Jackson was saying on Instagram he likes seeing these fights and seeing who
jumps in,
who doesn't.
Because definitely Lonzo doesn't.
It says a lot. Yeah, Lonzo. Yeah, he's not interested.
But listen, at the same time, and we do say, if there is a fight happening, I agree with you. It's good to see someone come in and go and defend your boys.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's also good to see the guys walk away and be like, well, we shouldn't deal with this shit.
Yeah.
So on both ends of the scale, it's a good thing. It's just really, it's
you can understand from LeBron, his perspective. He can't afford to jump in, not just for his own sake.
That's his man as well.
For the league, Chris Paul's his friend, Melo's his friend. He couldn't do nothing. But yeah, it was interesting. Melo didn't really do much.
No, he just was there pretty much. But listen, it wasn't good to look at. I think it's bad to see. I don't think it's bad to happen in the game. It's not good. But listen, it was quick. It was over and done with quickly. LeBron did pull away Chris Paul pretty quickly. And then you've got, the suspensions came out. Did you think the suspensions were harsh? Do you think they were really not good enough, not harsh enough? Or were they about right? Was it Goldilocks?
I don't know. I think maybe Brandon's could have been maybe 1 or 2 games more because he came from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Rondo's could have been 1 more because he
did connect.
Kind of started it and he connected with 1.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's at 2. Maybe that's a little bit harsh. Maybe 1. But
I'm happy with Chris Paul being at 2.
It's not that bad. I don't think the incident in general is that bad. It's when
I think
you
it's
see it in the moment, it's a lot worse. It's like when the Conor McGregor fight, when all that happened after it, everyone was screaming. But you get to Monday after the fight and you kind of look back and think he kind of deserved it or whatever. A few more things come out. So
one thing I definitely want to say with that is it was I was watching the starters and they were talking about, and I definitely agree with this. It was basically when was the last time we had a fight like this in the NBA?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And I think it was also that shock of we don't see this often. So when it happens, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's an excellent thing to have for it to be that kind of shock because of the fact that it doesn't happen. We don't want it to happen. So I think that it's good that it was such a shock, even though it wasn't really a crazy fight. And yeah, just give those guys those suspensions, and hopefully none of them do it again. At the same time, I would love to see them play in the playoffs and have a fight every game. But
I think
I think
the Lakers suspension cost them a game as well. I think they would have beaten
the Spurs.
The Spurs if Rondo and Ingram played.
Be interesting. They did play very well coming out.
They played good, but Rondo would have made a difference, and especially Brandon Ingram too. But did Houston lose yesterday? I think they did.
Yes.
Yeah. So they felt the effects of it as well. Yeah, they 1-2. They 1-2.
Yeah. So they wait.
No, it was the day before. Yeah, they played.
Yeah, they played against Clippers. They lost.
Yeah, and they lost. So but anyway, we should move on. Move on to.
Well, we'll go from there, which is a bit of a shitty thing, to go to who has impressed you. What teams have you watched so far that have impressed the heart of you? Now, I'm going to take the lead on this because I'm going to say a team I know you're going to love it. The Knicks.
Yeah.
The record's not great.
Yeah, they're playing way better than the record suggests, I think.
But yeah, they have been. Every time I've watched them, it's looked good. It looks good. It hasn't looked. It looks like there's a future there.
Yeah, it's not really. It doesn't look bad because you kind of don't want to win because we're not going to win the whole thing.
No,
but you do want your team
to
progressing, playing well, all that sort of stuff. I think I'm glad that Trey Burke's really balling it out. Mm-hmm. I just hope that we don't overpay for him to stay. I don't really know what a good deal for him is coming out of this year. I think he's on a really cheap deal, but he's great. But I don't know if he could do this off the bench as a second.
What do you think about the rookies? Knox.
Knox only played 1.5 games, I'm pretty sure, because he got injured.
Mm-hmm. He did his ankle. He's out for a little bit.
Robinson done his ankle as well, so he's barely played. But Alonzo Trier, man, what a steal!
He looks good.
Not even a draft pick, but yeah, I think we're talking about it in our preview. He's had all that problems at college with his substance abuse, but not abuse. What was it called? Just performance enhancing. Got picked up. From the car crash. So
okay. Well, yeah, he's been impressive. Do you have a team that's been really impressing you other than the Knicks?
The Raptors just quietly, really, really doing what they should be doing. The Pistons today was awesome. Blake Griffin's 50.
But listen, they've looked. Yeah. The Pistons. Well, let me just run through a couple of teams that I've been really impressive, and we'll go back to the Pistons and the Raptors. But the Raptors, Pistons, I definitely agree. I'm not going to put the Bucks in there, even though they're 3-0 at the time of this recording.
Yeah, they weren't great against the Knicks. They nearly lost the game.
Listen, they weren't great. They've won. I think it's a good sign they're winning those games. Pelicans and Nuggets, definitely impressive.
Yeah, Pelicans and Nuggets have been phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely insane.
And Utah.
Utah as well.
They've lost the game though.
They've lost 2. They're actually 1-2.
Yeah.
But they've looked
really good. And they've had a rough. I think they've played pretty tough squads.
They've played Golden State and Houston, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something like that. But yeah, they've been not too bad. But
yeah, the Nuggets, man. I can't believe the one thing I can't believe is Nikola Mirotic for the Pelicans. We've said in our preview for the Pelicans.
Yeah, we thought Julius would maybe take his spot,
which he didn't. He has come off the bench, and it's been the right decision because you've just seen Nikola Mirotic go absolutely crazy,
which he did at the end of the season last year. But he's given you that 15% more as well, so
which is great, and that's exactly what AD needs. AD needs to have some pressure off him
and floor spacing.
And I think it's good for Drew Holiday. He doesn't have to be that second star sometimes. Doesn't have to be the scoring guy.
I think Drew just likes to really just play hard. I don't think he wants to.
He's a great defender. If you have him as getting to put his effort in defense, I think that helps a lot with the Pelicans having a good squad. And they've just looked really even. Yeah, they've just looked even.
The whole season will tell, but I think Pelicans need one more guy. I'm kind of upset Jamal Crawford didn't go to the Pelicans. That would have been fantastic for them.
No defense though from Jamal. That's the only thing.
But in this
NBA
right now. In this NBA at the moment, you don't need defense. So And they're pretty good defensively anyway with AD. You know, if Jamal lets someone past him, you've got AD, Mirotic, and Julius to block shots. So.
Yeah. And AD's been a beast. Like, he's just been... He's been AD.
Yeah.
What do you think
of the Trailblazers? They beat the Lakers.
Yep.
And I'm not sure who the other team was, but they're sitting 2-1. I don't know if I really liked what they did, like how good they were against the Lakers. I think they could have been better, but Zach Collins was phenomenal against the Lakers. He played great.
They also beat the Spurs.
They beat the Spurs.
They beat the Spurs 121-108, and they lost to the Wizards by 1 point.
So now, the Spurs might be hit and miss because of DeRozan still.
They also shouldn't have really lost game against the Wizards, but I mean it was really.
They lose to the Wizards.
Lost the Wizards. I'm telling you, the Wizards. We'll go in the second. The Wizards for me, even though they're at 1 and 2, aren't a team that I'm overly disappointed with.
They got a lot of new pieces.
They're not.
They got 3 new rotation guys.
Yeah, they're not bad.
4
at all. They're actually been pretty good, but they're not been like. They've not been great. They're sitting where they should be at around a 500 in the first couple of games. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're the teams that we've been impressed with. I do want to give a shout out as well to the Hornets. I think they've actually looked great at 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Even though they're not winning, I think they actually looked incredible.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Who is your biggest overreaction to do well as of seeing 4 games from each team? Roughly 4 games from each team.
Oh, who's gonna like?
Who, if you were to re-pick right now?
Yeah.
Say a team that you didn't even have in the 8 to finish the season. After seeing the start of the season, who would you pick in each conference to finish in the playoffs?
Oh.
Mine's Detroit. Easily.
Detroit in the East. That's a good point.
No question. I think they look way better than I expected.
Did I put the Hornets in though?
No, but I still don't think the Hornets.
I think the Hornets. Listen, those two. I think they're good chance. The Hornets are a chance. I'm telling you, Kemba's balling right now.
Yeah.
In the West though,
the West, I'd have to go with the Clippers. They've looked better than I thought to.
They've looked about the same. I think where I expect them to be, which is fighting for the 8th spot.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard. I think we've actually gotten the West pretty well.
Nuggets being on the top, that's probably the biggest thing I would overreact to.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean, I didn't think they'd be. I think the Nuggets. I thought they were going to be a really good team. I thought they're going to.
Still going to throw Isaiah into the mix.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though if he comes back in and then does what he did at Cleveland? He'll never get another good deal again after that.
It won't happen. I think he's going to be great.
Yeah.
You know what? It's an offensive league. He's going to be playing off.
It's a perfect team for him. They just score. They
exactly.
Just score.
And I think that's why they're killing it right now. I mean, I don't have a really surprise team in the West. I don't think. I think they're all being. Yeah. I mean, I have surprises on the bad end, but not the surprises on the good end.
Well, let's move on to the bad end.
Players. Let's talk about some players. Let's talk about... Okay, so for me, again, I've really loved Kemba Walker's start to the season. And I know you've got a man you want to talk about.
Yeah. My man, Zach LaVine, sitting on 32.3 points per game. I think he is phenomenal and he's playing like it. He looks great. Every possession down. You know,
he's dominating the ball. And in a good way. I'm not saying in a
bad way.
Well,
the issue is when he's not dominating the ball on offense, they're struggling to score. So, I think he just needs to even call for it more and say, give me the ball. Maybe get a few more assists, but he needs to get even more reps at the one.
Yeah, I was watching the game against the Mavericks, and he did have Jabari Parker helping him in that game as well. He played really well in the game against the Mavs. And they just looked really good. Really liked what I saw from Zach LaVine. Really liked what I saw from Jabari in that game, but he had played bad the previous games.
What about Simmons? You liked his start? I think it's been pretty good.
Simmons has
without that injury. His averages are down because he came out the game in the first quarter. So
he looked really. Do you know what listen? I don't feel like
I got one more as well.
He hasn't progressed in terms of his ability to play the game, but he's progressed in his ability to control a game.
Simmons,
yeah. So I feel like he's got more control over the game when he's playing. Even though he's not really scoring more, he's not really doing more in that sense. He's just looked like he's got complete control.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive.
Did you watch the game? Oh, yeah, you saw the Detroit game today.
Yeah, I saw a bit of it. I saw the
Very unlucky for Philly after that 4-point play from Redick. But
yes.
It's going to be interesting to see if they lose without Simmons or if they win without Simmons. It's going to be interesting to see. Similar to when Boogie went down last year.
Yeah, I mean,
is that going to happen or are they both valuable, and do they work together? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they do. I think the problem with them is once Fultz becomes a 3-point shooter and can shoot those balls,
real wonky, yeah.
Which it is, but once that goes to that, I think that's when Simmons is going to have even more space to work with, and that's when Simmons is going to be even better too.
I think it's interesting. You got those two guys, and then you got the guys at Detroit. If Drummond went down like Boogie did, I reckon we'd see the exact same thing happen
with Blake being a beast.
With Blake being a beast, and the team actually maybe not doing better, but that would be fine. Whereas if Blake went down, I think it'd be.
I agree. I definitely I rate Blake a lot higher than.
My biggest,
Drummond.
Well, not biggest, but one of my big ones is actually Tim Hardaway. He's averaging 27.
Played well.
He's been playing great. Last year, everyone was screaming for him to be more consistent. He's been consistent these first.
Hopefully, he can continue.
That's exactly right.
It's only been 4 games.
It's only early, but he would rarely go 4 games in a row, scoring over 20. Yeah. So he's done great. His shot looks good, but he's still in the games a little bit too patchy. So we need to see him be more consistent throughout the actual game itself, rather than just putting in 10 here, 10 there, etc. It seems like sometimes when the pressure's really, really on, he'll take all the shots, get his buckets, or when the pressure's really down, he'll come in and get some buckets. So yeah, it's interesting.
All right, let's move on to the negative as we make some adjustments to the lighting. It's getting dark. It is.
Turned it on before, I forgot.
It's probably a good idea. Don't show your balls on YouTube, man. It's not a great thing.
Watch the nuts.
Yeah, let's go to the underperforming players and underperforming teams. My biggest worry at the moment is the Thunder. They haven't had Westbrook. They only had him for 1 game so far. But they did lose to the Kings.
I know. The Kings played great, though.
Easily. Yeah, but it's the Kings. They're not... Yeah. They've got good pieces, but they're not a great team yet. Like, the Thunder should be beating them without Westbrook.
Yeah, they definitely should. Like, my biggest concern with OKC has been the coaching. I think, who's the guy, what's his name? Scott Brooks at Washington?
Yeah.
No, I think him going to Washington doing no better, shows that, you couldn't really, if you have Durant and Westbrook and you can't win it, what the hell's going on? And then you've got this new guy, Billy Donovan, who did great at Florida, but he I don't know, he hasn't been able to put it together.
Well, it's been interesting. Like, I think they've been super, super just terrible. I mean, the Lakers is around 3. They're not being that terrible. They're going to get a lot better. So I wouldn't worry too much about the Lakers. We have a visitor. That's walked in. So he's distracted now.
Sorry.
There's food.
Yeah, that makes him very happy. Yes, I'm not worried about that. I mean, who else I'm really worried about? Cleveland, yeah, I agree.
It's like their squad is for the play, like to compete 1 round in the playoffs. They ain't gonna make it.
No.
And I'm actually embarrassed I put them in. I shouldn't have given them that much credit. I flamed them that much last year.
Yeah, they
I just can't believe it. Like, they're gonna have a fire sale in January.
They look absolutely terrible.
Did I put them in? I didn't know.
I actually put them in as well. I put them in at 8.
But we should, though.
Yeah.
The roster's like
we both put them in at 8. We both put them in at 8. So, I mean,
should we start answering this question?
What?
Who do teams go for in January from the Cavs?
Oh, Love.
He's too expensive.
I think he's the guy. I mean, he's the guy for someone who could make a team a lot better. I mean, I don't know which team would go for him. I'd actually love to see him on a Trailblazers. I think that would be a really good, good get. But I don't know how they would.
I reckon if Cleveland stay this bad, they will seriously take picks when players straight
Love's
up.
Contract is up.
It's still for like 3 more years.
Is it?
Yeah. So like you have to be confident that your window's pretty good.
Yeah.
But like he could. I don't know where he could go, but like
he's
I said,
very good player,
he's been seen to like be not great in the finals. So, do you go all in on him? That's the thing. So it's like it's tough. Like I actually think JR would be great for a team to grab, but his contract's too big. That would be awesome.
They've overpaid a lot.
They've overpaid, but like I think Denver have space. Maybe Denver, but they got Will.
Denver would be good for Love with Jokic. They would work off each other really well. But they've got Millsap, so there's no point.
Millsap at the 3 play huge. And
could do that.
They could all shoot it. But yeah,
but you'd have to
move stuff.
And that's the problem. To be honest, I like Love. I think he can be a really good player on a good team. But all the teams that are, I think, are probably almost there. Who do you give up for it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Houston, maybe. Houston would be good for him.
Yeah.
If they could somehow give
Houston
Melo,
could maybe send Marquise Chris and Melo and a first round pick for Love.
Say if I was Houston,
and maybe they need to probably
they have something else
to fit the contract.
Yeah.
But then
I don't know.
Cleveland
that might be the way to go. I think if they had Kevin Love,
Miami could do the same thing. With
and we'll get Butler and Love together.
Well, who knows? But Miami could be a part of something like that because if Miami don't make it, Pat Riley, that's it. Like it's been 3 years now with the same core. You're gonna have to do something, and I think Whiteside,
he's done.
He's done. He's finished. Like he's just not good enough. I think Bam is ready to take his spot, and then So
Whiteside has had some good games. Don't get me wrong.
They might move Whiteside for a pick. You know what I mean? To someone like the Suns.
Like Whiteside right now is averaging 14.3 rebounds per game, which is really good. But
it's great. But
it's like he's just filling the stats to me. He's not making an impact. I mean, they're not winning, and they are 1 and 2, but they're not winning. In my opinion. Okay. Which players have you been super disappointed with so far?
Man, Jabari hasn't been great.
No, he's been very iffy. Like I said, he played a good game against the Mavs, though. I will give him that. He's played a good game. I can actually go back to the Cavaliers and say Kevin Love. He needs to score more if he's going to be in a team that doesn't have a superstar. He is the star of this team. I think he needs to...
You're talking about Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin Love. I think he needs to be a little bit better than that. 20 points, that's good. That's good for a second player. He needs to be at that 25 mark plus.
Who?
Kevin Love.
Yeah.
He needs to be 25 plus.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll give us those sorts of numbers though.
He needs to.
Yeah, I know he does.
That's the thing. He just needs to be there. There's just no.
If he's up to that.
There's no if buts and maybes on that. He needs to be at that point if they're going to do anything great. Kyrie Irving.
Oh yes, Kyrie.
He has been very underwhelming.
He looks unfit and he can't hit shots.
Do you know? It's funny. It's Gordon Hayward looks better than him at the moment.
Whoa.
And Gordon Hayward he's almost looked better because he's not doing much.
It's because he doesn't have to do much.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he's also he's doing his role.
Didn't Kyrie have knee surgery or something?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
he doesn't look like Lonzo. Lonzo had, I think, similar surgery.
It was getting rid of cartilage and stuff.
But Lonzo looks. Have you seen how good he looks physically? Have you seen how high he can jump?
I have not seen how high he can jump.
The guy can basically
get Lonzo.
His head over the hoop. Like it's insane. Like it's ridiculous. On all of any pass he makes to a guy slashing to the basket, he follows them and jumps for that like tip in. He gets his whole hand to the top of the square every time, and he just slaps the board. Sometimes he has to duck under the thing. Like he's just super quick right now. So Kyrie
I do that too.
For Kyrie to like look so different, I don't know. It's just
I think. Listen, they're lucky in Boston. They've got Tatum, who's I know he's only second year player, but he looks great. He looks really good. Tatum looks great. He's playing really well. Had one bad game, but he's playing really well. And
you're talking about Tatum,
yeah. It's been good for Kyrie that Kyrie hasn't had to play at that level. Now they are 2-2. They did just lose to the Magic. Early season Magic being the best team in the world.
Yeah.
But they did lose the Magic, and they shouldn't be losing games against the Magic.
My hot take is that even though he said he wants to re-sign with the Celtics, I don't think he's going to get a deal. Or he's going to ask for a trade. He's going to do what he did in Cleveland, because just before he wanted to leave Cleveland, he said something similar, that he wants to stay there for a long time. And I think he just wants somewhere where he's the man, and he's very quickly not becoming the man at Cleveland, at Boston. Jason Tatum is the man. You give him 6 more months, how can you say don't give him the ball? Like, it's not going to happen.
Tatum's shot is just...
He single-handedly beat the Knicks. But like in MSG, I'm pretty sure. Without Jason Tatum, Kyrie was not winning that game. No. Trey Burke was outplaying him. And it's like, Trey Burke is Trey Burke. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, you shouldn't be... I mean, Trey Burke's not a bad player, but he shouldn't be beating Kyrie.
That's a player that we forgot to mention about being impressive. He's been great.
Tatum?
No, well, yeah, Tatum. But Trey Burke's been good. And
I think you did mention Trey Burke.
No, we didn't mention him before. And
you mentioned him at one point.
No, but before we put the recording on. And Hernan Gomez from Nuggets.
Yeah.
He's been great. He's finally in the rotation hitting shots, and Trey Lyles is back in the rotation, but he's not playing as well as he was in preseason. But he's doing what the team need him to do, so... I'm trying to think.
We also didn't mention Kawhi Leonard coming back from what he's coming back from. He's looked.
I know we really haven't spoken enough about the Raptors, have we?
No, we haven't. We've gone over them. And
Danny Green's been great.
God, they've been impressive, man. Like,
yeah,
Kawhi Leonard should last game he played too. He was extremely efficient. If he starts getting his efficiency to that level,
Kawhi.
Yeah. If that happens, this Raptors team is scary good. And I mean, scary Golden State they could put a fight against them good.
I think this whole notion that Golden State are awesome, it's wearing on them. It's really, really wearing on them. Utah beat them. I called it before the game. I did too.
I don't know if I messaged you. Yeah, we were watching together.
Yeah, I called it way before.
Were we?
I think we were.
I think so. We watched the Celtics game together.
Yeah, I called it before the game. I had one of my mates betting on it, and I think it's just so hard for them to get up and put in 110% for a game. Like, 4th year going for it. Like, that far in the playoffs now. Like, I think it's just slowly taking its toll, and I really think they need Boogie Cousins in for some fresh meat, like, to just have some sort of thing they got to.
So in other words, go Raps.
Yeah, well, man, I normally have never cheered for the Raptors ever, but I will be all for it if they make the finals for sure.
All right, let's get to a point. We're still going to talk about players, but rookies. The rookies. What have you liked so far, the rookie class?
I actually like Trey.
I do too.
I thought he was bad preseason summer league. I didn't think he could shoot. Seemed like something was up, but I think it hasn't taken him as long as I expected to find out where he's going to get his shots from.
11 assists.
I saw some stat. It only took him 3 games. It took like some of these other guys. Oh, I can't think of any names. Like Nash, like 700 games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing a name out there, but like the next closest was like a 200 or something.
It's interesting. The dude who can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
But you know, I think
he just needs to get that space and confidence.
It's the pace. So in basketball, when one team lifts the pace, the other team can negate the pace. At the moment, every fucking team wants to play with pace. So then what it does is it supercharges the game rather than one team just trying to play fast. Now it's like, oh my god, they're playing fast and we're playing fast. So it's like,
which is perfect for Trey because he's
but
he's able to get more open shots.
As good as Trey's been, he got cooked on defense by Trey Burke.
He's not.
Trey Burke killed him.
He's not going to be defensively good.
No,
that's for sure. But his offense has been.
Yeah,
it's been good. It took him a little bit of time so far to get.
If he can be 80% of what Steph Curry is, that's enough.
80%, still almost MVP level.
Steph
to be honest,
won his first championship with a sore knee. Like you know,
and he was still a very good player.
Yeah.
Listen, I think. And we go back to that trade of Doncic and Trae Young, and they do play tomorrow, which I'm very interested to see. Again, as a Dallas fan, but I think both players can be good, and I think both players are going to be good. Doncic has looked very good.
He needs to lose some weight. I think.
He does. Yeah. But he's looked like one thing with him is he looks so in control.
Yeah, he's going to be great. And
it's his shot is really good. He shot 50% from 3 the other game. Yeah. For a guy who's not seen as a shooter. To be getting those type of games and then also just controlling it, getting the assists. I think Dallas need to give him the ball more.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only thing they need to do. Give him the ball more, and then also Dennis Jr. has to improve. But those have been great. I really liked Ayton against the Mavericks. He has had some rough games. He definitely was rough against Jokic and the Nuggets.
Did he play? Was that today?
It was a couple of days there. That's when Jokic had his perfect game.
Oh, yeah, I missed that, I didn't watch that.
Which we shouldn't talk about, but goddamn Jokic.
Yeah,
oh, my God. So Ayton's been good, but he hasn't been amazing so far. But I think he's going to be a very good player in this league.
I'd love to see Denver without Jokic play one game.
And see how they go.
Yeah.
I think he's their key, though.
I don't know. I think he could be blown a bit out of proportion, to be honest. But I don't know. We'll see.
I think you need to watch more Nuggets games.
Yeah, I think I do. I've been trying to, but I've just never been impressed with his athleticism and his fitness.
Yeah,
so.
he's
and
not
his
that.
defense and rim protection.
Yeah, he's definitely not that.
Man,
no,
it's
he's
bad.
an offensive
That's
player.
what I'm saying. I'm curious if they threw in like a Nerlens Noel. I don't know, like for example, if they had a player like that, or they don't have Plumlee.
Yeah, they do.
So imagine if they play a whole game with Plumlee with starting minutes. It'd be very interesting to see what their defensive rating would be. I reckon it'd be even higher. So,
Marvin Bagley the third has looked not bad. He had a really good game today.
He should start.
He had a great game today.
I don't know why he doesn't start.
Alonso Trier, as you said, he's looked really good.
Aiden had 20 and 14 against Golden State.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
He had a great game against them.
Yeah.
So I think Aiton's gonna be really good. He's been up and down, but he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great.
But yeah, Alonso Trier, man, what a player.
So I mean, you're sitting here now. We're only 4 games in for some teams, 3 games for others. And I think we should do this every week because it will be fun. Let's. By the way, this is not written down the run sheet. He doesn't know what I'm going to say now. But I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and I want your instant answer for both, if you can.
Done.
Who is your rookie of the year?
Aiden.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be too consistent.
I'm still struggling a lot to say Aiden or Doncic. No, and Trae Young's coming up that ranks too.
Trae Young's coming up, but yeah, he'll have a game where he gets 5 or 10.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I think
Aiden won't.
Aiden and Doncic are going to be way too consistent.
Yeah.
But I will only lean towards Doncic because of the fact that it's Dallas, and they'll win more games. Dallas will, I think. Second question, top of your head, straight away, MVP.
It's changed, eh? I think it's going to be AD.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually with you.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you on AD.
I said LeBron. He's still...
He could. I don't know if they're going to win enough games.
From watching them, he actually doesn't have the ball enough.
And he's taking a step back.
He's taken a huge step back. Like, for him, he literally had the ball...
all the time.
Every single possession. So he's going whole possessions, screening, and standing in the corner. Like, what the is going on? Like, that's not happening. But we'll see. Like, it kind of took over in the end of
and at
the end of that game,
he was the reason
won.
He was the reason they got there, and then also the reason they didn't get there.
I think we'll see that he'll coast. He'll start to learn how to coast more through second and third quarter, and then he'll start getting
so yeah, I mean, I think this is a good thing we should do every week because we, as an NBA fandom, we overreact a lot, and I think it'd be interesting to see how much we overreact every week, to see how much our opinions change from week to week. But Ayton and AD, Doncic and AD, that's our current picks for rookie of the year, MVP.
Has your most improved player changed?
Yes.
Who did you have and who do you pick now?
I had Chris Dunn, but he's only played 1 game.
Oh yeah, Chris Dunn.
He played okay.
Yeah,
but I also sat there.
You didn't really have Chris Dunn.
Yeah, I do. I had Chris Dunn because I thought he could this year.
I thought you had someone else.
Go from
like a Oladipo.
Not that much, but I thought he could go like a 19 points a game kind of guy.
Does Levine win it if he averages 30 or like over 25?
Yeah. Probably.
What did he average last year? 16 or something.
Yeah, but he's the only thing with Levine. I've always looked at him as a good player. And he averaged.
That's what I'm saying.
He averaged over 20.
I think people will still consider him like not really improved.
Yeah,
even though it like.
Yeah, it's a bit weird for him because I saw him. He averaged over 20 with the Timberwolves. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
He averaged 20 with the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that might hinder his chances.
So that's where I think I wanted to put Levine. I think Levine is actually on my radar as MVP now. I think he is my pick for it at the moment. But I'm struggling with it because I want to see how Dunn goes. He's only played 1 game, so
it could be Cameron Payne, eh? Not Payne.
No,
is it Payne from Pelicans?
No.
Alfred Payton.
I
get him confused every time.
He got 20 points today.
That's what I'm saying.
He could get it.
Didn't he only average like 7 or something?
What about Mirotic? Couldn't Mirotic get it?
Ooh,
if Mirotic averages 20 points a game.
No. I think he already averages like 17, 16. He need to average like 23, 24. He could do that though.
He could definitely do it. Couple of options.
Maybe that's my new one.
Well, let's see. we're going to struggle with this until probably like All-Star break.
Yeah,
then we're going to be like, okay,
know.
we know who's got it.
And then Kevin Knox, if he comes back, because
Knox
he hasn't really played.
for rookie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think
I don't think
I had him.
I
but
don't,
yeah,
I don't think he's got a chance.
I've changed to Aiden for sure.
All right, so that's the
tomorrow's
overrun. Let's go over tomorrow's
Tomorrow
games.
and let's go over the next 3 days games.
Let's go up to the Friday night because there's a big...
Friday night's Thursday for those guys.
No, I'm talking about Friday night, as in over there.
Is that Friday night over there? No,
Yeah,
that's
Saturday for us.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, don't worry.
No, that says 10 a.m. Yeah,
Saturday. Read the thing.
No. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
Oh, what the hell? Okay, yeah, I've never seen that date down the bottom.
okay. It's
Oh,
all
no, sorry,
it's all
that threw
good.
me off.
He's getting all confused.
Nah, the app in Australia is really it can change because on the PC it doesn't show.
No, it says the right
Today-
date. I think. I don't know.
No, on the on the PC it doesn't show time. 100% doesn't show time.
It doesn't show time. I
Yeah.
love the time.
But the date kind of on the
I
phone.
I
it's
love
good.
using the phone because you get to see the times.
Yeah.
You've got it. You've got it as well. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through the games and we might as well do some picks and see if we can get some right. Okay, first up we have 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Mavs,
the Mavericks versus Hawks. It's gonna be a great game. I think the Mavericks win. We still are pretty sure at the moment Harrison Barnes is still a game away from coming back, so he's not back yet for this game. He will be the next game, and so is Devin Harris. So a couple of big injury ins, not tomorrow, but the next Mavericks games. That'll be interesting. Brooklyn versus the Cavaliers. Brooklyn.
You picking Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
No, I'm going with Cleveland. I think at home they can get one.
I just think Allen.
Brooklyn are playing good though.
Yeah, Allen and Levert have played great, so I'm going with Brooklyn, man. They've looked impressive to me. So
yeah. Knicks Heat. I'm going Knicks.
Knicks. I'm Knicks as well.
Knicks
listen, it's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I don't know. It is. That's a real
Heat.
tough game.
I'm going Heat.
Yeah.
Because because of the injury to Knox, and Heat are at home and they need a win.
Yeah.
Timberwolves Raptors.
Yeah. Easy Raps.
They should win that. Raptors are just looking, like we said before, they're looking great.
Great.
Hornets Bulls.
Ooh.
Hornets.
No.
If
I'm going for Bulls first win.
Hornets, if Kemba can keep up his
Yeah.
pace.
He has never done this before, so
If he doesn't keep up his pace, I've got the Bulls.
yeah. But you've picked Hornets though.
Yeah, I'm going to go Hornets.
Yeah.
Just gut decision, Hornets.
Oh man, Utah, Houston.
Utah.
This is going to be one of the hardest days.
Utah Jazz. Utah,
Houston, man.
Oh, fuck, this is hard.
No, I think Houston are going to straighten up a little bit.
I want to see the defense of Houston. I want to see how they go against Utah.
Because I don't think Jazz can outscore Rockets.
It'd be tough.
Yeah.
It'd be very tough.
Jazz don't score enough points. And Harden will just shoot over them when they're
That's a good point.
And they're good defense, so it'll be interesting.
Good point.
Pacers, Spurs. Oh wait, who'd you pick?
Listen, I'm torn. I'm thinking Utah, but I'm also thinking Houston. It's going to be
I don't think
15 overtimes.
I don't think this Houston slide can keep. I don't think it's going to keep going.
I really agree with you. For the sake of arguments, I'm going to say Utah.
Pacers, Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah, I think Spurs, but it's going to be a good game.
Sixers, Bucks. I got Bucks.
Without Simmons, I got Bucks.
Yeah, Giannis should destroy Lakers to get their first win against the Suns.
100%, no question.
Yep. Actually, do you know what?
LeBron won't let it happen.
Also, I got to point out, Ayton could have a game.
Yeah.
Against
JaVale.
Lakers, because there's not gonna if they play Ayton against the backup centers, dude, he's gonna get nothing.
No, he'll start, but yeah, he'll play more minutes than JaVale, so he will play some time against Kuz.
It's gonna be good.
Kuz might cook him on the 3-point line, so
possible.
I think you'd be crazy
picking Suns.
Picking the Suns.
No, I got Lakers. They're gonna win their first game.
LeBron won't let it happen.
No. Grizzlies Kings. Grizzlies. Mike Conley.
Yeah, it's got to be the Grizz.
And then Wizards Warriors. Warriors.
Yep.
So that is our picks for tomorrow. So the big slate of games. Now if we move over to the next day, so this is for Friday. Friday. So for Thursday night games over in the US, we have opening up the day. We've got the Cavaliers versus the Pistons.
Yeah, Pistons
should win that.
They'll make them 4-0.
Yeah, we'll make them 4-0. It was a very impressive start. Trailblazers versus early season Magic.
Still got Portland.
I agree.
I think
I've got Portland
as good as early season Magic though.
They're a great team, man.
And you know what? This could be when Oklahoma City get their first win against the Celtics.
Celtics have looked
Oklahoma.
iffy.
Yeah, they haven't looked
at
great.
Points. They looked great against the 76ers,
Yep.
but since then they haven't looked that great.
Yep.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah,
At Oklahoma to win their first game. So, listen, I'm gonna be with you on that. Actually, I'm gonna say that Thunder win, and it's gonna be because of Westbrook destroying Curry.
Yeah, I think Kyrie can't.
He's
He
not
can't
gonna-
do anything against that, and then they'll have to play Terry, and they, but arguably look better with Terry anyway.
Yeah.
So
and then the last game, this will be a really good game.
it's going to be
The
great.
Nuggets versus the Lakers.
It's going to be the most high-scoring game.
150.
It's going to be insane. Seriously, like if they shoot well, like even okay, the pace will be that quick. Each possession, they will easily score over 120 each. I got no question. I would like to put money on that actually. Over 207 point, whatever it is, whatever that thing is.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, should
boy,
put $50 on that
do
for
it.
sure. But yeah, I actually think the Lakers will win 2 in a row.
I got Nuggets.
Yeah.
I got Nuggets.
Nuggets are
Jokic
great
in that against those centers again. He's going to dominate. Even against
Yeah.
JaVale, I think he's going to dominate against JaVale.
Defensively though, I think if they go short,
You got Millsap at least can go a little bit on LeBron, so they got something for LeBron.
I don't think
I've got
really need to worry
Nuggets.
about LeBron. So
I got Nuggets winning that
Nuggets
one.
match up good against them. They got Murray and Harris for Hart and Lonzo. So
I got Nuggets. You got Lakers.
I'm going Lakers.
And then finally to wrap off our preview, guys, Friday night games in the NBA. We've got
Hornets again.
We've got Bulls Hornets, but at home
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
going
Hornets.
for this one for sure.
I'm definitely sticking with Hornets for this one. At home.
Yeah, no question.
Warriors Knicks. That should just be scratched. It will be a Warriors win.
Yeah.
Mavericks Raptors. As much as I love the Mavs, I think Raptors go 6-0 at this point.
Man. Yep.
Well, I can't see him losing.
Can't see him losing against Mavs. No way.
I can't see him losing.
This game will be really good to watch because these guys love going to Madison Square Garden. Talking about the Knicks, Golden State.
I was going to say, you're going to say who you're talking about here.
Yeah, the Knicks, the Golden State Warriors
I'm
love
looking at
going
the phone.
to...
They're not.
Yeah. They're big, like all these guys that are big in social media and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They all love playing in MSG, so it'll be very interesting. Expect a show. It'll be a good game.
So you've got Raptors against Mavs. Even though that should be Harrison Barnes' comeback, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Clippers Rockets will be good.
It'll be a great game, but I think
I've got Rockets.
I think Houston will get up again. Didn't Clippers just beat them 2 weeks ago?
No, they lost.
Clippers won, didn't they?
Oh yeah, sorry, Clippers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think Houston. Yeah, Clippers just won.
Clippers
I
won.
think Rockets get this one.
Yeah, I think
At
Rockets
home,
get
I think
this
they've
one.
got it.
They'll sort them out.
Bucks Timberwolves will be a very good game.
Yeah, at T-Wolves.
At Minnesota.
I think Giannis is going to show the world why Cat is a little girl. So
listen, I always want to say Timberwolves. They've been proving me wrong consistently. So I'm gonna say Bucks though because I'm gonna no stuff it. I'm going Timberwolves. If June Butler's still there, Timberwolves are winning this game because the Bucks are the Bucks.
I got a sudden urge to play Pokemon.
What?
Yeah, don't know why.
What? Yeah, that's the thing they say in an NBA podcast. Who are we catching? Who's what? If you could have an NBA player as a Pokemon, who would you choose?
I don't know.
He's your Pokemon. Like he can
Well, the biggest one probably like AD. That'd be sick.
AD, yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, you don't want Ekans as your thing. You know, the snake.
Oh yeah, it could be
KD. That all led up to that joke. That was the entire setup, guys. Anyway, no more Pokemon jokes for me.
No.
So second last game on Friday night NBA: Brooklyn versus Pelicans. Pelicans.
Yeah, that'll make them 4-0.
Dude, they're looking good.
They're looking great.
They're looking good. They'll lose eventually, but
Yeah.
it'll happen. And then Wizards Kings.
Yeah, you got to take the Wizards.
Got to take the Wizards
because they would have lost the previous game. We said, I think.
Yeah.
Or I might have said, but yeah.
I mean, listen, Wizards should win that against the Kings, even though it's going to be at Sacramento. I think Wizards get up, and that will be our preview for the next couple of days. So basically, obviously, in the comments below, let us know about anything you disagree with us on. Let us know everything you agree with us on. So, I mean, you can do a transcript of the entire 40 minutes. It's fine. Because obviously you agree with everything we say. But no, let us know what you think, guys. And let us know if you what's your favourite game for the next couple of days. What are you looking forward to see? As we both mentioned, the Nuggets-Lakers game is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's good basketball these next 3 days.
I think I think every day is pretty much good basketball.
Today was not great, saved by Blake.
Yeah, and then it's going to just be amazing the next couple of days, and I'm home to watch it. Yes. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching.
Hit the like button.
Make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on the Twitters, on the Instagrams, and look out for us on there, because we will always speak. I generally run the Twitter. Michael here runs the Instagram, so that's where you know it's coming from, so you know who's talking when we say things. Though we might change it up every now and then, but definitely shout us a follow on those guys. And also follow us on iTunes as well. We are on iTunes as well now for the podcast, also on Podbean and on their app as well. So have a look for that. If you want to listen to the podcast version, that's the way to go. Should have started the show with that, but it doesn't really matter. You know now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. However you did it. Thank you for downloading. Whatever you did. Thank you. And we will see you, hopefully, this time next week for another week of the NBA. Peace.
See you, boys.